I'm good. You passed on me. Remember
See,
that.
I
That
that
would for me it messes up the relationship aspect of things. But as far as like me having sex, nah, I need that.
yeah,
I still need that.
I don't give a damn about the sex. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
do.
don't give a damn about it. I prefer to be in a monogamous relationship as the way. I'm not gonna be a whole 100% prude and shit. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not doing anything till marriage and shit. No, I'm not that type of motherfucker. But more than likely, I'll be more than likely to like jump into a relationship with somebody and then at least try,
Right.
even though I have my options open for others. Like it's so many people who can be in relationships and just be like, you know what, this is probably the end all be all. I get it. Like with me, I will be kind of iffy based on the fact that I do have somewhat of a celebrity status, so I'm gonna be kind of iffy on it.
Okay.
But that's only at first. But if I see like the genuine, like concern for me and all of that shit, like I'm not gonna say that I will have my options like open. Like I'll take that one back. That's not necessarily where I will go with it. It'll be more like I will see others in a way that I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna try anything with you because I'm here with this person. But if something doesn't work out, then all right, I'm not gonna lose anything at the end of the day. So if
Okay.
this doesn't work out, I can possibly still try with somebody else. I'm not going to keep them around specifically for that purpose,
Right.
but I will more
I
than likely
appreciate
try.
that. Because it's that term going on. Like, what chicks got dudes in their back pocket, or like,
Yeah, they do.
you got a list of people.
And females do.
You got a lot of females, and I'm only speak for myself. Not all of us be making friends for that intent. Like, oh yeah, no, I friend zone this dude just for the potential because he's a good. Like, what? That's weird.
90% of females do that.
That's weird.
I ain't
Like, that's- and that- I mean,
it's a high number.
85.
I'm gonna just say that's weird for any percentage of that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and that's,
they
I
already-
mean, weird in the sense that that's wrong.
Because I done seen that status way too many times now where it's just like, yeah, your female already know who your replacement is, so act up if you want to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've seen that status numerous
Way
times
too many
too,
times.
bro.
So it's like that now. That's to me, that's a popular thought within the female society.
Yo, and I get upset because they'll be like, oh, you already got dudes lined up. No, I don't.
Yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So me being in a relationship, like I definitely would try.
I feel like guys get that notion more than females sometimes.
What you mean?
Y'all automatically got hoes. Don't know where the hoes is at, but y'all got them.
Oh, we know where they at.
I don't know who you referring to. I don't.
And that's just the percent. Oh, that perception came out so much when I was younger. I'm just like, yo, how y'all know these people got hoes? You ever seen them? Like, yeah, they hang out with, and I'm gonna say this on both sides. Yeah, that girl hangs out with a bunch of dudes, but those could all be her homeboys. One of them might be her boyfriend, but you never know. One,
Yeah.
three of them is on brother level.
It look kind of iffy.
Yeah, nah, I done seen that equation too many
I
times.
done seen that, but the messed up story about that is for those amount of females, half of those dudes are friends, and for the same for a male, he don't want none of them girls. He ain't got no hoes. His hoes is a video game.
But the thing is,
His
like,
hoes
if
are
one of them was
sports.
to throw something at him, he's definitely going to be sitting there with the catcher's mitt.
Yeah, Yeah, especially depending on who it is. I've hung around plenty of females. It was like we never done nothing. But if the situation were to arise, then yeah, I would take. Yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So is that the same as saying that they got you in their back pocket?
No.
Because like he's not looking at them in that light in the first place.
Yeah, like we vibing.
Me, I don't know. That's weird.
But I understand that.
And I feel like that's
though.
playing with somebody's feelings.
'Cause
Like,
I-
you know that they feel that way about you.
Cause you think about it. How many times have you seen like people break up and one person already in another relationship like a week or two later?
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You seen that too
I'm
many
like,
times,
yo,
right?
where did they come from?
Consistently, right? Yeah,
I'm like, yo, where did they come
the
from?
replacement's been there the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
And like when the person comes out, man, y'all see what I meant? I'll be like, yo.
Yeah,
Let me be clear. I'm afraid for that to happen to me.
it's happened to me before.
I'm
Like,
afraid.
like,
I'm
you
afraid
just-
from like me to break up with somebody and then, like immediately
the person that air
somebody
quotes,
was like right there.
the person that air quotes you're not supposed to be worrying about. Oh, don't worry about them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
your instincts don't lie.
and then it kind of like ruins a lot of the like the mystique of a relationship of what it used to be,
Right.
and it's just
Because now you
I feel like
wondering-
they gotta read. If it's somebody close to me, you gotta read, get to know me. You gotta pretend like you don't know me.
Cause now it gets to a point where it's like, damn, what else was you lying about?
yeah.
Like this whole shit could have been a lie. You know,
Like
what
you
I'm saying?
just
Like,
saying whatever you could say to stick around. You gotta read, get to know me.
yeah,
I don't care if we was best friends.
yeah,
I don't
that
know
shit.
you.
Yeah, that shit.
And I say this in the sense of, because I do have a male friend that's like that, and I had to say this to him. I was like, just because you're cool with me as a friend, it's gonna be totally different if we date. I don't know who you are when you date people. I know who you are as a person, as a friend, because that's a whole bunch of stuff I've never had to worry about. Now that we dating, now I gotta pry. I gotta, you know, those situations. Well, homegirl, I need to now know what exactly happened that you didn't want to tell me.
But a lot of that is like misconstrued too, because it's technically you're supposed to be good friends before you date.
Yeah.
So when you actually start to date, it's just an elevation of what you already were doing.
Yeah,
That's where society also.
yeah. They took the idea of friendships and relationships and decided not to intertwine the two. So
Right.
you have to be a complete stranger in order for me to get to know you or want to get to know you.
Right.
So, like I said, the mystique of relationship. That's the reason why a lot
It's
of
backwards.
is ass backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
let's
I
put
just
on
told
what
my
it is.
boyfriend he needed to court me. He said, "What the hell is that?" I was like, "Wait, we don't know about courting no more? Is it completely gone?"
I mean, technically, y'all been
Well,
together for like
it-
8 years and shit. Like, it's the courting phase and
Yeah.
past y'all niggas by.
Yo, I said this a while ago, and I'm saying this to defend the fact that that's a good quality part of a relationship that I do admire, because it's like I didn't do, you know, back when we was young, I like you, you like me, we together. As I gotten a little older, courting, that's the talking phase to me. Like, I need to know that this might work so we could date. But it's like a lot of people just don't do that, and they
Well,
just
see,
want to date. If
nowadays-
we went on one date, we together, and I'm like, how?
Nowadays, everything is pretty much ruined though, because now you don't know if a person's really letting you court them, or if they just getting the free food.
Yeah.
And then so now it's like
Yo,
dudes.
that's true. That's
dudes-
sad.
Dudes are so on edge. That's why a lot of the
I've
sex
seen
jokes
all
always,
the memes. Oh,
Yeah, that's why
you
a lot
don't
of
like
the-
them, but you better go get that free food. That's fucked up. Don't play with his feelings like that. That's money he could have spent on something else.
Right. So that's why it's like a lot of the sex jokes get brought up like a lot, because it's like a dude feels like he almost has to necessarily quickly cash out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So he won't look like, damn, I just got.
exactly.
Okay, I feel bad.
So when you look at it in the ideas of a woman, you just say, well, the courting phase is like one of the most important phases, but that phase has been somewhat like diminished by
Right.
the female species because of the way they've been treating the other males. They look at us as more like means to an end, as far as like, I want to get food, or I want to get some new clothes, or I want to get something. It's like a material gain instead of
Right.
I want to be around this person to learn them.
That's so weird. I'm sitting here laughing because like that's so weird. That's like, I think I said this to Avery one time. I was like, I wish somebody would be like, yo, we gonna barter this friendship and relationship. This is what I do for you. This is what I respect in return. No, what? You should. I said this to the people I date. Yo, do stuff for me because you would do it regardless. If you only doing this stuff because you like me, don't do it at all. Cause I trust me, I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's what they turn the relationships into. It's a barter system.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Especially with marriage nowadays. Just like, you need to do this. You need to do this. We're not living in the 60s anymore. It's times have changed. We got to do something different.
Right.
Apparently, the things that they've been doing is affecting us negatively now.
Oh, I said it to my mom. I was like, yo, the way I witnessed relationships held back in like the early 90s, yo, I don't see that no more at all. And I'm like,
Yeah,
the
it's
quality of me watching my mom like handle relationships is what I think I hold on to. And it is old fashioned, but it's what I'm used to.
It's nothing wrong with being old fashioned, but it's a problem when old fashioned is like completely torn down and then it's replaced with what it is today. Because relationships now and marriages it's like give and take, like, but one person's taking more than the others is willing to give.
Yeah, because relationships really nowadays only benefit like one person,
Exactly.
and that's the female. No offense.
No, none taken.
And
Let me
it's-
be clear. I none taken, because I think I recently asked my grandmother. I was like, real talk, granny. 50 plus years with my grandfather for real. One person.
Like
How y'all do that?
Like the like the odds of
Like how y'all do that?
the odds of that right there being like a normalcy is pretty much gone in society.
Well, no. See, the
People
secret
would-
she gave me was compromise. It wasn't like the give and take, but one person's giving more. It's compromise. It was
Well,
like
that's what I said earlier. Well, as far as it's the same thing as the friendships. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like it that. Once you, I'm big on. Ever since a little kid, my mom taught me this. Once you have a solid structure for things, everything else kind of just falls into place.
that makes sense.
So it's like as long as you keep that solid, that strong foundation, you won't get to a point where you have to rebuild. You'll just have to tinker and calibrate things here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's why. But nowadays, it's like so much just goes into it. Like people got so many options. It's so many like being the polygamous movement. Like that wasn't big back then. Social media wasn't big back then. So you just got so much at your fingertips. Like I could literally pick up my phone and be like, damn, I like the way she look. Damn, she in Texas. Let me fly out there. You know what I'm saying? You could never see nobody.
It's a random joint like just asking for $40.
Or it just anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like
So not just women. I'm assuming social media and the instantaneousness of everything ruined my quality of courting.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
It's just,
Because the
it's
way
a mixture.
relationships are now, when I tell people like, oh, my situation of being in an open relationship, like, oh, that's only benefiting you. No, I brought it up to benefit both of us. But if I at any point in time feel like it's only benefiting me, then yeah, it's a problem, and I gotta talk to my partner about that. But then I'll say the same thing, but it still work. That don't make my relationship any easier. Don't make it any better. It still work. And I don't think nobody wants to work in relationships no more.
Nah.
The second you got them,
Like what,
we
like,
argue all the time and no solution. Then you need to work on how you arguing with that person. Maybe it's you.
Yeah, it's a microwave society because it's like if we're dating and
We got to be Instagram
and we
together. We got to
and
be
we get
goals.
we get into an argument. Odds are one of us been talking to somebody else anyway, and the first thing the person gonna think. And remember when I was telling Mark, I was like, the worst thing to do is to have that first initial thought because it's a wrap from there.
Yep.
Yep.
Once you think like,
Yep.
well, damn, I can talk to such and such anyway. It's a wrap. Like it might not be a wrap that day. It might take 6 months. But once you think that, you're gonna start to your mind is gonna start to switch from this person to that person.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like when you get with that person, you're probably gonna run into somebody else and be like, oh, okay, well, if it don't work with this person, maybe they could be. And then it's just a never-ending process of I don't know.
No, that makes sense because that's like I think even young, especially because I'm saying we've been like long-term relationships. When you really looking down the road, the second that person start playing with and break up with you, it's not about to work. I don't play with that. If you want to leave, leave.
Yeah.
I'm not about to sit here and dangle that. I'm like, oh, I could be in it. No. That's playing with a relationship.
But that kind of plays into the fact that a lot of us don't necessarily know how to talk to each other. Sometimes people will just say things just to hurt the other person,
Facts.
which is a very bad thing to do. Because
I think that's all most females know how to do.
if you're arguing specifically to hurt the other person instead of get to a common ground, then you're doing it the absolute wrong way, and all you're doing is creating a hostile environment for your relationship or just for a friendship in general. And like you said, women do it a lot. Men, some very weak men do it.
Oh,
Facts.
no, I seen that. I think I told one of my friends, I was like, yo, you just gonna let her keep putting you down like that? Like, that's something you think is okay? Like, there's other good quality females out here, them toxic ones ain't the only ones out here.
Yeah, but you gotta, a lot of times, like, females don't understand that men have feelings too. Like, we go through shit, and sometimes it creates somewhat of a PTSD effect, to where we've grown so accustomed to such a very negative thing that it becomes somewhat of a part of us, and we grow accustomed to it. So if someone's talking down to you, just like, well, it's just another day at the office.
Yeah. I
So
can't
stuff
do
like that can be at the same time, while it seems like it's okay to them, it's really a serious detriment. It's fucking with them, realistically, but they're just not going to voice it at the moment. It's just going to manifest in something else.
And hopefully he's just in a situation where he got like some close bros, or you know, you could be outside and get everything just. At least it just helps in the short term.
Yeah.
Not long term, but it helps in the short term.
But sometimes females like that will tend to make sure that they distance themselves make sure they distance their relationship from their friendships, just so they can keep doing that.
And I don't like that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
And I think that's when I said it's weird. Like, I don't know who. Like, you know, really, like, who hurt you? I just be like, yo, who hurt you?
And that's what it be.
Because that's not okay.
In one of my past relationships, like, it was just like a bunch of ultimatums.
Yep.
You can't talk to any other females outside of your family.
Yep. Hurt people.
Yeah, and it's just like,
but that's the quantity of relationships I see versus a lot of the good quality ones. Like, and I'm saying in the sense that those are the people who don't post. They too busy doing actual shit together that nobody knows about it.
Yeah. Like the ones that tend to stay somewhat distant from social media are the ones that are having some of like the best relationships. Because when you add in the fact that social media can be a detriment to your relationship as far as like temptation, and also from the fact that like prying eyes, you don't really
in comparison,
want that.
In comparison, because I think I did that once, and I immediately went and talked to my pet. I think I'm comparing my relationship to like these Snapchats and ones that I see.
Because they're just pictures and videos.
That's another reason why the older relationships were able to last as long as they did, because they didn't have access to each other like that. Like, you probably get like a phone call. You know, you had to hit the little rolly joint on the phone.
Yeah.
Yo, my grandparents had one of those.
And like I said a few minutes ago, now you could just pick up your phone and you saying couples in Alaska. You saying couples, you know what I'm saying? Like all over the place. And, we just bought a house. And then you get to thinking, like, damn, why can't we get a house? You know what I mean? And
apparently one of us ain't doing what we supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
no, and it really do be that. And I think that's what I'm saying. Because I think I've said this to Avery. I will say this publicly. The quality I gotten in this relationship beats the mass quantity of anything I've ever had, like my past relationships. It's not perfect. Lord knows it ain't. But it's a whole lot better than where I was. It's worth to try to fix. It's worth to keep working at it. Because Lord knows if it wasn't, one of y'all would tell me by now.
Well,
I feel like I got some good group of friends. They're like, if you don't leave this shit the fuck alone.
Well, we kind of did tell you.
And
Yeah.
and again,
You didn't listen.
Yeah.
I worked on my relationship.
Well, we didn't tell you to work on your.
No. See, I took the advice.
No,
I didn't say I took it
No, you didn't.
to do it the
You
way
didn't
you
take the-
exactly gave it to
you
me.
didn't take the
the
advice.
advice. You didn't take the advice.
You
You want me
just
back out here in these streets? I don't want to be back here in these streets. I keep saying
That
this.
doesn't mean, and that's another thing that just because you're single, that doesn't mean you have to be in the streets.
exactly.
I'm a woman.
That
So,
doesn't
that's
mean,
No.
right. That doesn't mean nothing.
There's a difference. When y'all break up with people, got out that relationship. When a girl breaks up with him, she can be back in those streets.
Okay, you're
Oh,
just
they said
looking at the idea of what people are going to view you as. It doesn't
And
matter.
plus, they say that. I think they say that more for males than they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I've never.
Like, a lot of men get flack for it. Like, females, like they'll be like, well, like the worst they'll get is like, oh, she had somebody in the wait. But men, we just really like, well, he about to just go fuck the other chicks they had in his phone. So,
Yeah. He with a lot of chicks anyway, so
Yeah.
he be alright. You know, like it's.
Anywho, the update on that is we're still working through stuff. And it could possibly end up to me taking y'all full advice, but me and that person have decided to just genuinely try to work stuff out to the best of our ability.
Okay. I mean,
I didn't want y'all to think I just didn't take the advice. I didn't go home and
you
completely say
you
everything.
you didn't, but the thing is, like,
It didn't
all
end
we
up
can,
to be
all
like,
we can do, all we
it's
can
gonna
do
break.
is give the advice. We're not beating you over the head and take that. We're not doing that. You're grown.
Well, see, no, in a sense of saying I don't want you to think I just didn't take it, because I'm not that person who's like, I got some really great advice and I just chose to completely ignore.
You're-
No, I
you're-
did went home and talked
you're
about
de-
it,
you're
but as
definitely
I
that-
talked about
You're
it,
definitely that person, but I'm just.
I am not.
It's we're not.
I mean, when it comes to posting more, no, yeah, maybe. I
It
still don't do
doesn't.
that.
It's,
I still don't do that.
it's okay. All I'm saying is like all we can. It's like what you said about your friend earlier. Like once you see like the person's not going to do it, you just I'll still give you the advice. But if you choose to do it, you do. If you don't, you don't. But what happens after that? It's on you, which is why the quality of friendships also go down, because after a while, what is a friend supposed to do if you're trying to help and the other person's not listening? And then what happens? Like if I tell you, Mike, don't put your hand in that fire, you're gonna burn yourself, man. And then I tell you 3-4 times, and you go do it anyway. Well, what am I supposed to do after that? You know what I'm saying? Like. One, I probably don't want to hear what you got to say because I told you just didn't listen. And two, it's like that can create disdain too. Because I take things personal. Not all the time, but I tend to take things personal. That's why I also feel like my friendships, the quality of them are so strong. Because I feel like, and it goes vice versa, if I don't listen to you or you don't listen to me about a serious situation, one of us don't trust each other.
Yeah, I've distanced myself from friendships because of shit like that.
Right. So it's like, now, if you don't trust me or I don't trust you, that's like one of the biggest factors in any kind of situation. Business, significant other, friendships, acquaintance, any little thing, trust has to be there.
That's true.
So it's like, if I feel like, well, damn, this nigga don't trust me, I ain't gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
In the sense, all right, go ahead.
No,
go.
All right, I appreciate it. But it was like I was saying and shit. I was like, in relationships and friendships, like it's a give and take. But sometimes people are more willing to take more than the other person's willing to give.
Right.
So it's just like it's all one sided.
Right.
So all they're doing is just like they're just accepting the help just for the fact that you being around to give it.
Right.
So that's how I just look at it.
Oh no, I was just gonna add to that in the sense.
Go ahead.
Add to that.
Go ahead.
Because I do trust Abe. Like I'm comfortable enough to even tell you what was going on.
Right.
So it's like obviously I'm gonna take that advice, and I feel like a lot of, like you're saying, like a lot of people like, oh, they're just gonna give me free advice anyway. Let me just vent my problems out real quick, and then it's like, so you just want to ignore this advice? Like I could have been doing anything else. Anything else. You didn't even have to come to me with this if you wasn't going to take it.
And after a while, that's what it gets. Because I had a female friend that, we no longer friends, but it's like that was the reason why we just can't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like it gets to a point where
You just
what
stay
was
friends that
happening?
complain to.
What was happening with her started to consume her life. So that's all she wanted to talk about. But she wasn't listening to the advice.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot. I had to deal with
Because
situations
you
like
become
that,
that
Right.
friend that you're just okay to vent to. Nothing else. You no longer
Right.
hang out.
And
You're not making sure I'm good.
Right. And it's like, one, you're not taking the advice. So that means you're not leaving the situation.
Nope.
Because you won't take the advice. So what that is telling me, and now, like I said, I live in the realm of reality. That's my livelihood. Everything, when people ask, like, what you believe in, yes, I believe in a higher power, I believe in a God, believe in the universe and all that, but I also live in the realm of reality. So if she says, like, one thing and she's not taking the advice, what I'm processing is, you're going to stay in this problem, therefore, whenever you call me, it's going to be about that. As much as this is going to hurt, I can no longer stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you choose to get out the situation and do better and do this and that, then cool. Maybe we can go back to being somewhat of friends like we was. But if it's just going to be this, then no, I can't do it. Because like one of y'all said earlier, it's like the stress starts to fall on you.
That's what happened with me and Charmaine. It was really that.
Yeah. The problem
It was literally, I'm going through emotional trauma, but you're so wrapped up in whatever the hell is going on. I'm not dealing with what I'm telling you something wrong with me. And I'm no longer talking about me. I'm talking about you in the same situation I've been talking about for like 3 years now.
Right.
It's the same conversation.
I get it. It's like it's just a frustrating situation you gotta go through. It's technically it's just a part of the growing pains of being in a friendship, because you're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff that it's like I don't know about this. I don't know what's gonna come of this. So I need to know how to maneuver. So this is an experience. I know I can't deal with people like you. So I gotta just move on and do something else with somebody else. And you gave me the experience. Now I don't need to learn anything else.
Right.
Facts. I now know. I'm like, nah, I can't deal with that. The two girls I told you I made friends with, in Baltimore, you know how you start to notice patterns in that? Like, I know I'm caring too much. I don't know them like that. Let me back up. If I had never gone through that situation with her, I probably would be wrapped up in other people's drama still.
Right.
I'd be like, they're my best friends.
If you don't apply what you learn, it's a never-ending cycle.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I learned to appreciate the quality of friends versus me having friends in general. I'm like, I'm good.
A lot of people just prefer just to have someone to talk to and not necessarily listen to what they have to say back because they just want to speak.
Well, I would rather you say that though.
Yeah,
because that makes everything a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
and then I can lay back and be doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just letting you get,
that'd be the worst.
Yeah,
because you're having to deal with somebody who you're just existing in their life for them to dump all of their shit.
Right.
And then once they're done, that's the end. They don't do anything else. They keep doing it just so it could be like a perpetual motion. They're continuing to do the same stuff over and over again. Something bad happens, they tell you. Then once you give them their advice, they're thankful in the moment because someone was there to tell them, oh, well, you're going to do better and stuff like that. But then after that, that's when they just go back and do the same thing so they can get that dopamine release once they talk to you again.
Right.
So
it just made them feel better.
Yeah, just feel better in the moment. Because it's sort of like an addiction. They do something wrong. They get torn down in this moment. And then once they go to the person that's going to treat them better, they feel immediately better. Like, it's perfect. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's just like
ready to take on the BS again.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a hit. It's like a hit of the cigarette.
Right.
I'm smooth about to tie this into the next thing because this is I think I told Avery this. Like, my vice is shopping, and not even just shopping for clothes. Shopping in general. Like, it can be grocery shopping, food shopping, spending. I'll spend something on somebody else. It makes me feel better.
She bought me McDonald's the other day.
Okay, that's nice.
I don't have a job. I shouldn't be buying nobody no food. But I did it. It made me feel better.
Technically, your job is painting and for other people.
If she gets her business side of things together, it would be
I told
painting.
Avery, and I'm going to tell my best friend, I'm just going to have them do it because I keep BSing. And if I'm not going to do it, I know they will.
That's just lazy.
Oh, you talking about Tandy?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be business partners.
Oh, shit.
Well, see, no, okay, and this goes to, again, I have good quality people around me.
Them up for you set Tanzania up for failure. Why would you do that?
No, because they're no.
Hold on, no. Why she set up for failure?
Because I heard the way you mentioned, he was like,
no, and not in that sense. Because I know when it comes down to business, they're both going to handle it. And when it comes to people who support me and force me to be like, hey, you're really good, both of them. Honestly,
so
if it comes down to, hey, we want to book you for this, or hey, we promoted you for this, they're gonna do it. 'Cause I won't do it.
Okay,
we're gonna take great care of her too.
What if they decide that, okay, we're not going to do that, we're going to push you forward so that you can do it yourself? How will you feel that during that time?
I'm sure they would do it in the part where even though I'm sitting there saying, no, I'm not ready, they still gonna push me.
No, I'm saying, like, what?
No, like, I'm okay with that. Like,
okay, so
because I know I'm not ready now, but if they're getting me to the point, and I said this about my boss. I love her. Shout out to my boss from my previous job. I wasn't ready for half the responsibility of stuff that she gave me.
Right.
But hell, I know how to do it now. I know how to also dictate. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting them to do it because I'm not going to do it.
Man, I tell you.
Tandy hit my phone, man. We got to take care of some business.
I haven't told her yet, so she hears this to be her first time finding out.
Yeah. That's all right right there, man.
Well, no, because like I'm more of like I've been a little depressed from not working and trying to figure out what I want to do. And like you said, art could be, but for me, it's like I like to shop. I've just said this.
Right.
I like to eat. I like to help other people. I like to be active. And then I'll have those other moments where I only paint, draw, or do anything artistic if I'm in the mood to do it. Where I've seen both of them not be in the mood and knock stuff out.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you got to get it into your head that I'm going to do it.
Brain, sleep, hell, tired,
That's why you
energetic.
you get the people around you who are gonna help you push that way.
I write every single day. It's not because I want to. I just do it.
And then once you program yourself, it's like it'll just be second nature.
Like, I plan on releasing a poetry book from the shit that I wrote this year.
I got things I would like to do, but let me be clear. I'm not pushing me to do it, so I need to tell other people. So that helps, and that's just I just learned that about myself. Like, if it's no one saying, "Hey, I believe you can do this," besides me saying it, I kind of do need that extra help, that extra push, that extra. It sounds sad to say that I need it, but I know I need it.
That's one thing I kind of see as common with females too.
Yeah, they sort of like drive.
Well, I'll just say they need.
I wouldn't even say like drive, but sometimes it's just
the extra push.
Yeah, it's like, in a sense, okay, for me specifically, it's that confidence that we were talking about earlier. Like, I don't have it. I want to say I should. I have it in different aspects, but not where I think it matters, and not where it counts.
I know a lot of people are lacking in the confidence.
I wouldn't say that's confidence though. Like if you don't have good work ethic, that's not confidence.
That's also true. Like you can be as confident as you want to, but
lazy.
Nigga, I'm confident in shit that I'm about to fall asleep.
Or just laying on the couch like, I am one of the best photographers in the town. Damn, bro, you ain't did a photo shoot in 2 years. But still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she saw that work I did back in 05?
Right. Yeah, so it's like work ethic, that's one thing that you got to put yourself on. That's one thing I always bring up.
Yeah, but from listening to y'all, I think that I'm thinking about making the right decision, because it's that extra push.
That's what you want to do. Because
like again, I'm not gonna do it.
It's so many motivating. You gotta find out what motivates you, and then you gotta surround yourself with it. Like to me, we live in an area where it's just like it's so many in this neighborhood alone. There's so many creative things going on right now.
That's true.
And
they just need the push.
No, they have the push. So it's like you see that, and then you be walking down the street, and then you see random people. Oh yeah, I be fucking with y'all little skits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, or I wake up one day, somebody hit my phone like, oh, I'm trying to start this and that. I see y'all be doing it. Can I fuck with you and you show me the ropes or something. It be motivating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's people watching. Just like I said with your paintings, like it was literally, I literally went like a whole week on social media, and I was seeing her paintings all over the place, but she hadn't posted in like 2 weeks. So it was literally other people. It was like Alasia, it was like Brene, and it was like I'm not sure which one I did that, but for Nene, Ranisha.
Me.
Yeah, it was like Ranisha, and it's just like, yo, she's like, I'm literally seeing her paintings every day. Like that's how it should be, because that's when I sent you the message. I'm like, damn, I ain't seen you post in 2 weeks, and I'm like, your shit all, you just smoking right now.
She already has a following. It's just like, and we were talking about this before. The people who got everything don't want to do shit with it.
Yeah,
and the people who don't really have it, like we at the bottom, just trying to work our way up.
Right.
So it's just like, no, don't sit there and point.
I need that guy.
What do you mean? You got the machine behind you already.
Definitely have a machine.
Yeah, like you have a machine behind you already, and you didn't have to do shit.
And I can't be like, I can't be around you too much, because remember back in the day, people thought we were screwing when you was around too much. I
told you, they think I was messing with it. I could have walked down the street with my mama, and they probably thought I was banging my own mother.
That's kind of weird.
It is weird, but that's how often that shit got back to me. Like, it's weird, but they did that.
Yeah,
I didn't want to have to picture that one.
But I'm here to help. Me and Tandy.
And like you
said,
if
you could have seen, like you should have seen the face that he just made.
I can make it again. She already knows. Like I don't know what the big is. Tandy knows.
So the thing is, we can easily look. So back to business. At the point where they're ready to push me to do it myself.
I can ignore me all I want to. I'm just like, now, Mike, you know I'm the king of foreshadowing now. You know, ain't too much I say that don't come true now. Like that's the one thing you got to admit now. And I don't know, that nigga do be wilding, but whatever he be saying, that shit do be jolly be coming true.
Avery, the Manifest King.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I just ignore it sometimes.
I get on her nerves, but
You get on mine too, but I mean, I accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So I don't know how we got so sidetracked. We were talking about
I
quality
told
of
you
things.
ADHD podcast. Yeah,
That's what we do.
So to get back on that,
Yeah.
to go back to to what you were saying, that quality in shopping, or I would say shopping in general, shopping clothes, music, and I'm gonna tie it all together, fashion, industry stuff, because I'm taking it back to y'all saying that the machine. I'm going back all the way there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie all of that into one last
Okay.
little thing. So shopping, fashion, music, life.
Right.
I'm gonna put it all together. The quantities of all of that over the quality. And I'm saying it in the sense of I don't be needing half the things I buy. But they make me feel better in the moment.
Dopamine release.
Which is what they sell.
I believe
that's
it.
That's what the machine does.
Mm-hmm.
Because like after listening to everything else, like yeah, that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
why I can't go one TV channel away without seeing Ratchetivity. And then they'll be wearing the latest Dior of somebody.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Which
that's
unpopular opinion, half them name brand, like what is it, Gucci and the rest of them, after actually going out to LA, that stuff's ugly.
It is.
Yeah, but that's their dopamine release, same as yours.
Yeah. So it makes you.
Jesus.
It makes you.
So it's really just the
it-
fact
it
that it
gives you-
says Gucci.
It gives you
says
quote unquote status.
YSL.
Yeah,
It lets you portray a certain image for yourself. Oh, she got a Gucci fit. She got money.
everyone has their drug of choice, and that happens to be a lot of people's drug of
Okay,
choice.
you know what? Shopping is mine. I'll take it.
Not always a great thing to have, but you know.
And that's pretty normal for a female. The shopping thing.
Well, no, okay, I'm saying
Unfortunately-
shopping. Well, no, so I probably
unfortunately,
need to
it's
say it a
normal.
little different. It's spending, because it's not even just on me.
Okay.
If I'm hanging with like a group of friends and like I already knew 3 of my friends didn't have something, they didn't say nothing to me. I just got them.
Right.
Like no one told you have to have money.
I mean, I used to be the same way, but then I had to realize that my pockets are just what they are.
As my mom has
pockets.
recently told me, I'm not Big Bank Hank.
What your mother know about that?
My mother be knowing stuff.
Big Bang Hank. She way too old to be saying stuff like that.
Yo, my mom be knowing
Gotta
stuff.
call the people. We can't say it no more. You know?
Nah, you gotta
Nah,
bring.
when
I
the-
say
when the
bring
old-
back whatever you
When
want
the
to
old people say stuff, people like, nah, we can't say it no more. They got the old up in it.
No.
Yeah, just like when white people get a hold of certain
Yeah,
words, we
yeah.
don't use it no more, bro.
Uh-huh.
No, when she said that to me, it's just it made more sense because I did have to start looking at my finances. Like, God damn it, I'm spending too much money, and half the stuff that I know I spent money on, I don't have. But I spent a lot of money, and that I wish I had put better investment into it.
Got you.
I mean, I did learn from it, like all that spending meant nothing.
I mean, but did you learn from it if you continue to do it?
I wouldn't say not having a job fixed it, but I think I expressed to Avery, it was like, yo, I was way better with money when I made less.
Well, that's a common thing. Because it's not a good thing, but it's a common thing. Because people feel like once you have an abundance of money,
I'm so comfortable.
I
I can afford Netflix now.
Yeah.
Now like I can afford Hulu now. Now that I got Hulu and Netflix, let me get Amazon Prime real quick.
It took 1 year for me to like, and this was like about 5-6 years ago, and I had looked at the little yearly Netflix junk,
Yeah.
and I said, "Damn, $120 for some Netflix for the whole year? Hell nah."
Wait, it's up to $120?
Because it's $9.99 a month. $10. So 10 times 12 is $120. And then comparing it to like me only being on Netflix when a girl come over, or watching a show here
Looks like
and
you
there.
about to get rid of Netflix.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I don't need this. And then I just fell in love with YouTube. So that's
Wait, enough to pay for the YouTube premium?
no.
See, I got problems. I got that too.
Yeah. It's just- I mean, I became somewhat frugal over the past couple of years. I mean, I used to be somebody that did spend a lot of money on useless shit,
That's facts.
and I didn't appreciate the fact that I had the money to do so.
Right.
Like, when you do have money, it seems as though you just look at it, well, I can get it. it ain't gonna be no problem. And
Make-
you don't
make-
think about what's gonna happen 2 weeks down the line.
Yeah, make that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Anything
I
like
make
that.
this shit back next week.
Exactly.
Nah,
but then
for-
the worst thing happens.
You lose your job.
Yeah. And then you just think about it. Shit, I should have saved that. And it took this for me to figure out that I was doing something wrong.
It took I think I was preparing to get my taxes from this job
Mhm.
for like my second year, and I was like, damn, I didn't even know. Like, I spent the money before I even knew how much I was making. Like, it was already
Yeah.
spent. Like, that's so bad of a habit that I was like, I was so obsessed with the fact of, oh, I can go do this now, I can go do that, I can get this, and if I want that now, I can get it. I didn't even notice I was making bread. And if
Right.
I had invested, because I'm into investing, I'm into saving for later.
Right.
I'm saving all right, but not as much as I was spending.
Right.
And as
right.
many people that was talking to me and educating me on money, it's like I feel like I heard them, but I still wasn't paying attention to how much I was spending.
Right. Yeah.
And that's bad.
I kind of went through a reckless stretch. I want to say it's like 2015, and I don't know. It was just like I got a promotion at work, so I was getting like more money, and you know, I'm to the point where I'm on Facebook making statuses and everything. Yo, I'm doing an open date this Friday. You want to go with me to the movies, dinner, everything on me. I know you remember. Yeah, movie, dinners, everything on me.
I said, don't do that. I think I was completely like, "Shh, don't do that.
Yeah, every Friday though. I'm just nigga just out here living. You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out.
No boy.
It was.
I know,
It was like what, every other weekend?
I
No,
think
I
it was
did
every-
this, that, and I did this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
Damn, didn't you just do this, that, and the third the other day?
Yeah, I'm like, you just get to a point where it's like you just
I
feel
just
like
helped someone so with this, that, and the third. Well,
Yeah.
damn, what they helped you with?
yeah, you just
You
feel
make
like,
that back? You
right?
good?
Because that's the only thing you keep telling yourself, man. I'm gonna get this shit back next week. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as long as everybody learn lessons, that's all that.
So if you're frugal with money, what aren't you frugal with?
Women,
What do you mean?
Damn.
What do you mean women?
I have them in abundance.
Oh, so you were just answering her question. Huh?
Yeah, I thought she was asking.
Oh, I thought you were answering for me.
Oh no.
I thought he was answering for you too.
Yeah,
Oh, he wasn't looking. I looked at you. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't. I was looking over here. My bad.
Yeah.
Look, his spirit just wanted to answer. I got to get it out.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
So you're frugal with money, but it's the women that's just your vices.
Yeah,
Mine just apparently spending.
That's my vice, women. Yeah,
So wait. You looking at me? What's yours?
yeah.
like, it's hard for me to even say like what my vice is because I kind of like took away from a lot of my vices. Like, to be honest, I mean, let me see. Like, just trying to think about the vices that I do have, I would probably.
I'm gonna help you. So it's that one thing that's quality over the quantity of it. No, the quantity
done
over the quality of it.
Over the last couple of years, he's done a masterful job of like
What's your secrets?
cutting out
Besides being frugal, what's your
the
secret?
distractions and like everything. He's where I'm striving to be. If I could just knock out like the
You
females.
heard me say, what's your secrets?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure everybody has secrets, but at the same time, I've nowhere seen nothing to be like, damn, he brings something kind of detrimental to the table. Like me, I'll let you know right now, I bring something detrimental to the table, because it's like when it comes to females, like if we were to blow up, I told you beforehand. Yeah, I see somebody like Zendaya, or I see somebody, you know, people like, damn, we supposed to be at this meeting. Where the fuck Abe go? Abe, that's me over there with Chloe Bailey or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like he over there with Nia Long. You know what I'm saying?
She's
Like,
married, bro. Damn.
He don't
she's
care.
engaged, by the way.
He don't care.
She doesn't believe in marriage. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh,
He
shit.
he
You know what
don't
that
care.
You know who she engaged to?
Who?
Nigga just became the Celtics head coach too.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Little
that.
black dude.
I
Oh, I
heard
said,
about
well,
that.
I know that. Oh yeah, we
I
about to get
actually
Nia
saw
Long
her
at
house.
the
I
game.
just thought about that. You said Nia Long, right?
Yeah,
Her house is beautiful.
I bet it is.
I got to
I
see
ain't
that on the
everything
little
she is
Hollywood
is
You
tour.
know
beautiful.
I know she engaged. They've been engaged for like 10 years. Said
Damn.
she don't want to get married. She don't believe in marriage. So she just said that's
What if they're not even engaged? What if they married?
they engaged. They, don't,
They might be low key married.
I know they something and shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what they
They
are.
got, they got
shit.
kid together, so I did not know that. It was like, yeah, we like
They
to
low-key
welcome Ime Udoka and the wonderful Nia Long to the Boston Celtics. I was like, Nia Long? Panned the little camera over. I was like, hey, yo. I know.
If he head up to one of these games,
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, she about to be courtside.
trying to get the press box tickets.
No bull. I might need the little joint that be right behind the team and shit. Oh, she might be in the press box. Yeah, she might be in the little suite.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I did not
get
know
a
that was-
massage and shit.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me. Yeah.
So now I'm still on the secret. Besides being frugal,
Like, what do you?
I'm
what do you
just
ask?
saying, like, you ain't got no vices, none at all.
I mean,
He had vices, but he what we've been talking about. He's done what we've talked about.
yeah, like
She's so used to people not knowing what they talk about.
yeah, my
That
I had a lot of vices. I started off where I was a damn near. I was addicted to video games. But then I went an entire month, and 3 months without doing any type of video game shit. I did a whole bunch of meditation, did a whole bunch of writing. So technically, I turned my vices around, and what I did was, my vices now are the positive effects in my life. My vices now, my vice is writing.
Makes sense.
So that would be my addiction. I turned an addiction that will benefit me into something that I want. That is now something that I look at as my immediate. It's that dopamine release. My dopamine release comes from writing. I get a chance to be creative. Then I have another dopamine release. Like, I'll do it for my films. I'll have another dopamine release with not even with poetry. Like, a lot of my art comes out in visual form or in word form. So I don't need to draw a picture because I can paint it with my words, or I could paint it with an image that you see on the television. So
I can see how that's working.
Yeah, my vice is creativity.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice to turn this? And I'm gonna say spontaneous because it's never planned out, and when I do try to plan it out, it's bad. Besides being frugal, because that's just not something I can do.
What are you trying to plan out? What are you talking about, though?
I was gonna ask what would his advice be for a vice turnaround? Because I've tried to do going out with painting, so far that's working. Can't go out and spend money if I'm too busy. On hour number 17 on the drawing.
You gotta add to it the positive vices.
Outside of drawing, I like hanging out with my friends.
That's not
and my family.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying besides being frugal.
What type of hanging out are you talking about?
No, because she's spontaneous. So if she hangs
Like-
out with
like
her friends,
now.
she's gonna want to go shopping.
Like now, after this, I'm supposed to go hang out with my mom, so I can go hang out at my grandmother's house. However, I know that they're not going to do anything. I'm going to get hungry. So now I'm buying food. And I told you it's spending. It's not even on me. I'm going to get me food, my grandmother, and if my grandmother has my nephew, now I done bought everybody food.
Well, that right there.
But that's why I told you how bad it gets. It don't just be on me.
You got to tackle devices like the branches of device. That right there is very manageable. You can start to bring food with you.
Yeah.
Prepare your own food.
Because technically you have it all planned out that you're going to spend something. Why not put something in the way so you don't?
Right.
That's been working recently, and that's only because I'm running out of the funds to just do whatever I want to do spontaneously. Like, I feel like when it gets replenished, I'm scared it's going to go back to where it was.
Well,
I think your biggest problem is, like, you haven't hit rock bottom yet as far as, like, not being able to spend anything.
Well, that sad part is I'm coming from that. I'm coming from not being able to do any of that.
You also have to work on, like, you have to build up some discipline, too.
That too.
Okay, that might work.
That's
I don't
one
have
thing.
any of that.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I have been pretty masterful with outside of, like, select women. But every other area, the discipline is just like, not to be arrogant, but it's just like
that makes sense.
Otherworldly.
Because what he chose to do takes strong discipline. Like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why I could take that as advice because I don't have that at all.
Well, you should try meditation too. That helps as well.
I was trying
see,
to see
as
somebody
soon
with
as you
ADHD
say,
sit
yeah,
still.
that's when you know.
That's
Yeah,
what, like,
it's
meditation
fun.
don't work for me because my brain don't want to sit still for that long.
Neither does mine. Like, do you not?
Yeah,
That's
know
what,
what
like,
I do.
you have to-
Well, no,
have
that's
to
why I said I can take. So outside of meditation, the only time where I think I'm sitting still and my mind isn't racing is when I'm drawing. Like that's
Then that can be your meditation.
what I'm saying. I can't meditate in a traditional sense, but I can
Well-
meditate.
Well, no, there's different forms.
Cause like no, the drawing part, because it takes so long, even just getting a sketch out, and then I just started trying to learn how to paint, and then I try my best to sit in the house as much as possible, but I don't like sitting in front of a screen the whole time. So drawing could help in multiple ways.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
why
a-
not?
Can't spend no money if I'm sitting down drawing
Yeah,
paper.
why not just try getting like do you have an art easel or like
I
paintings and stuff?
I just bought one, but it's a small one because
So-
I don't have that much space in my room.
Yeah, try using that, or take it outside, and then draw nature. Go for a walk, and then once you get to a spot that you feel as though you can get your creative juices flowing, draw something.
I can do that.
That's
That's simple. That's real. I can do that.
yeah. It doesn't take much. Like a lot of the times.
Well, I think in her situation, it's gonna take a lot.
Oh, well,
It's
No,
the thing
but-
is, it's possible though. It's
If I
not-
was here, if I lived here, yeah, probably. Because again, my other best, I like being around my friends and my family.
that's not a vice.
For me, yeah, because again, it goes down
that's
to
a red flag to me, actually. Like,
in the sense, no, just like
being around your friends is a vice. That's like a red flag. I wouldn't trust you after
Yeah.
that.
in the sense
Nah, look
of
at you
the
different.
spontaneous buying. Because I can literally. Another
But you
thing
still-
I stopped doing,
you
I
still
stopped
do-
bringing the money with me.
You
Like
still-
if I
you
have
still
no
do it-
money,
you still do it without.
can't buy nothing.
You still do it without being here though. You've been gone for like 3-4 years. You
When I'm
still
at
do it.
home, I don't go nowhere for real now because I'm aware that hey, this is a problem. Now I just stay in my grandmother's house. I mean, I've gotten hella bored and depressed a little bit.
So why
but,
can't you do that here?
I can travel.
The temptation not as
I
strong.
can
or-
no. It's just I don't got that many friends out there,
I mean, do you actually go
and all my
do
family.
you go outside though? At least.
Not a lot. No.
When it's nice out, yeah. No, because of my grandfather, I do need to tend to stay around my neighborhood a little bit more because he's now decided he wants to wander and go for walks.
Okay.
So I do stay in my house a little bit, but I do go out like the vicinity of my house and start walking because
not take
I didn't
walk-
do that before.
Why not take walks with him?
I don't know.
See, that can be a thing. Like maybe you can create an entire series of paintings based off where your grandfather takes you. There's an idea there.
That is an idea.
So you're creating an endearing moment that will last with you as well as with your family that you're sharing with someone that you care about.
He does when he's lucid. He does tell me some really good stories.
Okay, paint that.
She's an artist. She has a very vivid imagination.
Yeah,
So
that-
she is-
Yeah,
there's
that's all. But I never would have
you-
thought.
You hear the
I
shit
would've-
that I'm coming up
Right,
with, like
there's
like
plenty
I
to
just
paint.
wouldn't have thought to come up with any of this. My
You
solution
would.
to a lot of things was just stay my behind in the house.
no, you would come up with a lot of this, but the problem is like you're not allowing yourself to do so. Like what I learned about depression and all of that shit is that it deters you from everything that you can possibly do. And what I learned about that was
That is
like,
facts.
I came up with you saw the post that I made yesterday. Like depression is 100% beatable.
Right.
Once you take away the idea of it being unbeatable, that mirage that makes it seem as though it's like the upper echelon, it's untouchable. Then you can see it for what it is and realize that you're more powerful than whatever it is that you thought that you couldn't succeed through. Because the depression is nothing more than taking all of your darkest moments and forcing it on you at once.
Right.
And once you realize that's all you, then you realize that I have more power than what the darkest moments in my life is going to produce.
Right.
So
See, I needed to hear that because I really didn't think of it like that.
well, just take down the veil. The mirage is nothing more than what it is. It's a
'Cause I think
mirage.
that's the only reason why I was like, okay, my
you
grandfather
also-
starts tripping when he can't see me. So I was like, well, that don't mean don't go on a walk. That just means hey, walk where he can see you.
But that also means you have to apply though what you
I can
intake.
what he said is not too far fetched of what I've started to do, so I can easily add that into it. That's why I was like to stop spending so much money on food. I was like, you know what? It might be completely disgusting, but we gonna eat whatever my grandmother brought in.
Or you could just use said money to buy groceries. Because what you spend at the carryout today, that can go to shoppers, and then not only will you
I'm
have
not putting food in nobody else's house with grown people. It's not my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, that was just my
Just
home
food.
little
Alright,
side
what about-
moment.
So you're gonna
I did at one point and
eat
it was
out
just,
for 2 straight weeks. And then,
well, no, that's the blessing is where I chose to stay for right now. I spend about so it's a whole lot less. I spend about like $50 less on food than I would if I was at my grandmother's, and that's just because.
But if you were still to do it
that's
the other way,
no,
you would,
no.
you
It's
would
just
save
it's
more
more
than that, though.
so. I think from what I do now, it's just more so less. I stopped saying, "Well, I have to eat out." Now it's all right, Granny. I love you, but I'm not eating black eyed peas. I'm not just eating black eyed peas on 2 pieces of toast. I love you, but I'm no.
That's why you need to just cook something.
Yeah, just
Go
cook.
to Shabbos, get you some
I'm
food.
not-
You
cook
have to
I'm
go.
not
You
the
have to go to
best
Shoppers. Like
cook,
you walk.
though.
You walk to the McDonald's.
He keeps forgetting this. He keeps saying this. Like he thinks I'm really good at cooking.
No, but
I'm not.
that's also what it comes down to what you said earlier about the growth.
Yeah.
Growth.
Why not? Yeah. Why not learn?
I will learn how to
And
do
you're
photography.
not even a bad cook.
I will learn how to do some more art, bettering myself. Cooking is no.
Just grow. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Like you're
No.
asking for someone to, like, give you set growth, like apply it or help you apply it to your
When
life.
it
but
comes to cooking, y'all can have that.
No. See
Okay.
that's where you go wrong at.
exactly.
Like once you
No.
say
I
you
can-
once
'cause
you say
no.
you can't do something.
No,
then that's
in the
end of-
sense of I'm saying I'm not about to eat my own cooking.
your cooking's not even that bad.
You ain't eating it every day.
Then what the hell? What are you bad at as far as cooking?
Cooking in
What?
general.
When I had that plate,
The
when I had that
overall
plate, it
taste?
was fried chicken. What was it? Macaroni and cheese
I don't remember.
You know that nigga gonna turn down the macaroni and
And-
cheese.
and-
I don't even remember.
and greens. I think
I don't even remember.
it was good though.
I think I said this. I was like, yo, the best thing that happened after I moved to my grandmother's house, I no longer had to eat my own cooking.
It was not that bad.
It's bad to me.
You know, you treat your food the same way you treat your paintings. Like,
I like my
notice that?
paint-
It's her.
No,
it's her. It's
I
her,
like-
It's not.
I
it's,
like
it's
the
her
hard
mind-
work
It's just her
into
mindset.
painting.
I know.
It's not. It's
I
not. There's nothing
hate
wrong with the
cooking.
food. There's nothing wrong with the painting.
It is something wrong.
It's her
with the
mindset.
food.
Yeah.
That's what the overall.
It's like you have a lesser than mindset. So it's just like everything you create is you don't like it
I
because
like my art more than I like my cooking.
But you
but
don't like
you
that
down
either.
your art too.
Yeah.
You're just better at one thing than you are the other, but you're still downing both sides.
You know what? That is true. But I'm just gonna still say this. No on the cooking. I can go to the grocery store and anyone else who is willing, and I've had this, so I've had someone else cook for me.
See, this is another reason why men can keep relationships quicker because, like, we gonna take this
Compromise.
information.
Compromise.
Yeah.
No,
You're not-
I'll
you're
go to
not
the
willing
grocery
to-
store,
you're
but
not
I'm
willing
not
to go.
cooking it.
So when you and your significant other move into your own spot, you just
I'm
don't-
gonna be so miserable because I'm gonna have no choice but to cook and eat my
Why
own
don't you
cooking.
just learn how to do it now? So by the you're kind of like this is another thing that's rampant in the society, our society too. Is people kind of pit themselves up against all odds when you really don't have to be up against all
Yeah,
odds.
just learn all you need to know now.
like that's
Like-
another thing that kind
So,
of I'm
in
guilty
that
of that.
sense-
I'm guilty of that too. Well, at least I used to be. Now I'll take any.
I
type of
completely
input.
understand and agree that yes, I should just continue to tolerate my own cooking because I have no choice.
No, you can learn how to
Yeah.
be better.
No,
well, at
when
least by
okay,
your
no, in the
standards.
sense of like I'm saying, I would if someone says, "Man, I want you to spend 3 months on learning how to perfect drawing circles." I will do that over someone telling me how to perfect my cooking.
No, there's no way to perfect cooking.
There's,
No,
there's
the
really not.
quality of cooking, the quality. I just don't want
Like,
to eat my
not-
own cooking. I just
No,
don't.
because the cooking is, as far as someone eating your food, is subjective because it's all based on a person, like how they feel about your food in general. Some people like saltier food and other people don't.
And
Right.
again, that's beautiful because my mom has clearly been eating my cooking. My grandmother clearly eats my cooking. And she says, oh, it's nothing wrong. It's just, okay, that's nice because I had no choice. Because so she'll be like, again, I can buy the food, but if she's too tired, I have no choice but to cook. If she says, hey, I bought this and I want you to cook it, I be having no choice. And I tell her every time, if it's burnt, my bad. You told me to cook. Like I burnt French toast like
Okay,
3,
so
4
have
weeks
I,
back.
and I've been cooking for
Right.
years.
That's what happened.
Like,
But
I'm-
no, and it wasn't a sense of. So I turned it around. So instead of just being deterred from making the French toast, I think we brought a blender recently, and I just blended it up and put it in some yogurt. I ate. I didn't go out.
Okay,
I'm
so
finding other
you
ways to make it. I
you
don't like
improvise.
doing any of this.
You improvise. Like, that's what you're supposed to do in the kitchen.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing y'all, and I know it until I'm just telling y'all now, until I have to.
You don't have
I don't want to.
you don't have the mindset. You don't have that kind of mindset where it's like you don't want to change unless you're absolutely forced to.
When it comes to cooking, yes.
No, when it comes
no,
to
when it comes to everything, because you just mentioned like the business aspect of
Right.
your stuff. Like,
Yeah, you
and
said the exact same thing, which is
might
why
be
you
true.
wanted to.
yeah, no,
we're
it's
telling,
not gonna be-
we're telling you
Like,
right
it's
now. We're
totally
the
telling you.
people who are listening right now, like, they're giving
Yeah.
you, like, they hear everything. It's just
Right.
like everything you mentioned, like, you've mentioned it before, but in other avenues.
Yeah. So the same thing you said about cooking was the same thing you started off with your paintings, and then, yeah, you just have to work on your mindset. That's really all you really just need to work
Not
on.
about cooking, though.
Yeah, I could, like I said, bro. Like,
It's the mindset.
It's quality over quantity, bro. Like, you gotta get a whole bunch of different quantities up here and
Okay.
eventually develop them into
No,
quality.
that's my
Yeah.
defense for that. I'm saying the quality of other people's food better than the quantity of me cooking for myself.
Okay, stop comparing
Right.
and just do.
And
It's
you
still
were the one,
bad.
and you were the main one earlier saying you shouldn't be comparing
Like, if I-
stuff.
It's no, I'm not comparing. It's bad to me. I'm eating it.
If I compared everything that I did to somebody else, I wouldn't write anymore.
In the sense of
I
food,
I wouldn't. It's
I'm
it's
still
life.
the
It's
person
all
that has
aspects
to
of
eat
life.
it. And
Right.
I'd rather eat Kraft mac and cheese than making my own from scratch.
Yeah, because you haven't made a comfortable level of macaroni and cheese from scratch.
No, I've
that
made
you were gonna put up
unfortunately,
with.
I've been asked to make macaroni and cheese from scratch, and
Yeah, because you don't want to do it.
Were you capable of doing so? Like, did it come out?
I didn't
way it
like
was-
the process at all.
Okay, you didn't like the process, but did it come out?
That's what I'm saying. It's not
edible?
just the. Oh, I think it was edible. I didn't eat it.
Okay, you didn't eat it, but did anyone else eat it and said they liked
No, because I'm lactose intolerant, so they were like, no, off breaks.
You just have to work on your mindset.
it? Yeah, that.
Like I
that's-
think I was the only. No, it wasn't me. I don't know who took somebody took some of it. Now if they ate it, I don't know.
I've had a macaroni and cheese before though.
I don't. I've never. You had Kraft macaroni and cheese. Some of the mac and cheese I made,
It might have been that. That's just-
or you had my mom's because that's who makes macaroni and cheese.
yeah, it might have been hers.
That's I'm like I
But she
don't.
definitely fried the chicken though. I watched her do it. So
Yeah, so
When did you watch me make fried chicken? I don't make fried chicken. You sure you were eating my mother's food and not
I'm
mine?
positive because I shared a little memory. It
I've
it pops up every year. It's you. You're literally in front of the air fryer. Because I took pictures because I was like, this is a mine.
We
Because
just got
you were
an air
saying the same.
fryer.
I mean, not air fryer, but the little
Deep fryer?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of
I
my
took-
deep fryer. I'm really
I
trying to
took-
figure. I'm telling on myself.
because she's been saying the same thing for years.
No, I'm
So I
telling
took-
on myself. And my mom and Tangy will agree. I don't fry chicken because I'm afraid of the grease.
Like I said,
popping.
I had pictures.
yeah,
like,
pictures don't lie.
Was
right,
it no?
right.
You
So it's
you
like-
said
she
no.
could
You said
say-
the deep
she-
fryer. It wasn't the pan. Because my mom uses the only person who uses the deep fryer. My mom and my
You
brother.
were frying the chicken, not your mom. Not
I
your,
don't
your brother
think
wasn't even
that's
there. Not your mom. Not your. You. I have the pictures. When the
I need
memory
to see
pops
this
up.
picture.
Yeah, when the memory pops up,
I need the
I'll
picture
share.
for proof because I don't believe
know
this was me.
It was. It pops up. It might have already popped up this year, but I can go back and search because it was All Star Weekend. I remember because I was supposed to go to work, and then I decided. I swear to God, it was. I swear to God. Yeah, and I decided I was gonna call out so I could watch the All Star game and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you had called. He's like, "What you doing?" I'm cooking dinner. I'm like, "Oh yeah, pull up over there." Oop. I got the pictures. I'm gonna look for the pictures, and then I'm gonna tag both of y'all. in it.
When I see the pictures, I'll come back and say, it was pure.
You don't
I
have
don't
to.
remember this was me.
I'm not
I
gonna
feel like
make-
you
I'm
ate
not
my
gonna-
mom's
I'm not gonna
food.
Make this up. I'm definitely not gonna. I have the pictures. I'm not
He
gonna-
ate my mother's food.
She's
Wasn't
literally
mine.
in front of the deep fryer. That's why I took the pictures though, because she does this. This is exactly why you got. You know what I'm saying? Receipts.
So what I've learned from this moment, which was completely off topic, by the way,
Mindset.
I need to change my mindset.
Need to work on changing your mindset.
Yeah, this
And-
turned
and
into
work
a fucking
on-
intervention, bro.
I know.
Somewhat.
That means I was meant to hear this because it completely went off topic.
Yeah,
It depends whether you apply what you hear or not.
that's
I
also
normally
true.
do.
Not from what
No, I do have to say I normally do in a sense of my pastor would be like, so you brought this up in our last meeting. Have you been working on it? Accountability. See, accountability.
Something that a lot of people lack.
Yeah, it's
And this
it's
has been
tough.
recorded, so now I got no choice but to like really.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Like we done told Mark about the podcast he was supposed to be mentioning like finishing. This nigga ain't even start the motherfucker yet, so we got motherfuckers that will flake. We got niggas that'll flake.
Go ahead.
No.
Shout out to Oso Mark, man.
Yeah, pretty boy Mark and shit.
Yeah,
GQ
gonna
is solid.
Yeah, GQ silent, man. Nah, he's gonna get it. He has the same thing. His mindset. He just has to. Once you get it to where you need it to be, the rest takes care of itself.
Facts.
Yeah, you're like a robot from that point on.
Nigga,
Okay.
You ain't lying. You ain't.
I've learned a lot.
No bullshit though. Like real shit. Like it's just
Yeah, it's just like clockwork.
whether you want to do it or not. There's plenty of days I don't want to edit pictures. That shit's not easy. You know.
Yeah, there's plenty of days I want
You
to
just reminded me I gotta post my family trips. I'm not in none of the pictures I post.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to hear something wild, bro? Like, it's days where I'll actually do something like off-brand, like I'm on YouTube all day, or I'll play the video game.
Right.
I'll actually feel bad that I'm not writing.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I feel about.
I've gotten to that point where I'm doing something to take my mind off of everything, and I still feel bad that I'm not working.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel now. Well, like a day ago.
You need to feel bad because you're out here doing free stuff. That's what you need to feel bad
Yeah.
for.
I should, but sometimes
You're
I
giving
don't.
out quality work for free.
And the whole time, like,
I don't.
it's one thing to have to deal with just not wanting it to work, but as long as you're getting something positive out of it, that's
I'm
cool.
at work in general, the working sense. Like I was extremely
Get you a-
bored,
Get you a
and
little
because I'm still not sure what I want to do.
yeah, get you
I
a
just-
little part-time job somewhere or something. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, hold on. So you drew the picture of muffins, right?
The one with the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get one of them, man.
Kill one of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be one of them.
Hey, let me be clear. I told you, cooking wise, no.
Let me call Muffin right quick. See if she
That snake I drew.
I can have permission to have her up on my wall.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
That snake I drew was the first time I drew a snake.
Yeah. What's tough? We really got some very creative people.
And let me be clear, if it wasn't in her picture, it probably would have never happened.
You could be doing things where you could be going live, painting and drawing,
Well, okay,
teaching
it
people
goes
how to
to our
do
video.
it.
I told you I can't explain. I don't feel like I explain stuff.
I mean, or
well,
you could just
gotta be like,
action wise.
You gotta be like, cuz, what was cuz? I had that little painting show.
Oh yeah, Bob Bro.
What boss?
With the
Yo, I
bullshit.
can't just see you put the little happy trees over here.
Yeah, my man was all laid back.
I
to the
mean,
right.
so no, because it goes back to what I was telling him. Like, drawing for me is meditation. Like, I can't, and I think Tangia told me that. Like, I posted once. I think I had made like a TikTok of one of me just sketching out something.
Oh yeah, I seen that a long time
I can
ago.
do something like that, but the setup I have right now wouldn't let me make anything longer than that.
Man, I need that Bob
Okay,
setup, man.
what if
I do. No, I need
get
whatever
you a
setup
nice
he
little,
got.
get you a nice little light, and then
But that goes
go
back
to-
into
go
the
live.
quality of things that I wish I had bought when I had the money.
But no, like you don't even need all of that because
Got a regular light, don't you?
Yeah.
Y'all pay the electric bill over. Is that just right?
and pretty much.
You see my light.
Or you can set your stuff
I'm talking
up
about over here. You're not there. You're not there right now.
Oh, let me be clear. I use someone's kitchen table and a chair on a
Right,
mattress,
right.
and it's not no,
No. See, there you go.
Like you can
There
create.
go.
no. In a
But-
sense of like, okay, how you can control the amount of noise that's going on. Granted, I'm completely fine with using background noise.
Oh, background music.
Yeah, it's just the way how my phone and everything is set up. I do wish I had spent that money that I spent on clothes or not helping somebody out in a sense, but I wish I had. Hey, you should have bought that easel a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm about to say that was about to sound job OC. I mean, I know cuz needed that $5, but damn, fuck him. I wish I would have bought this with it. Yeah. But-
Like I kind of wish I had bought, that overhead camera setup or something like that would have helped me to feel more comfortable. Like, you know what? I can leave this here and I can use this. But somebody recently told me to start using my tablet to somehow connect my phone to my tablet So I'm no longer looking at what I'm doing on my phone. I can use my phone to record.
Right.
Yeah,
Now,
you're
if I
not-
could
you
just
don't-
masterably figure that out,
you
I
don't
could do
need
that.
it. You don't need all the extra shit. I had to learn that myself.
Well,
Like-
thanks to my job, I figured out I can hold the camera. Look, my room is small, so the way I can hold the camera up, I can probably get some recording done, which is how I think I made that TikTok.
Well, you can go outside and do it.
Yeah, that's also true. There are different places.
Perfect.
You
The
can go.
perfect lighting.
Yeah,
I
To set up the no,
we just
you can bring stuff with you to prop up.
well, that's what I'm saying, to prop up stuff, but I wasn't and the way how my room was, it just wasn't able to do like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and
Right.
you can watch. It wasn't that type of setup where it was really I had to figure out. So at what point in time you about to stop working on this so you can then talk about what you're doing or at least show off what I'm doing? But I'll be so zoned out that I don't be
You
thinking
don't have
about
to.
any of
Yeah,
that.
it could be a silent video where you just doing the do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
That's like I would say I would start doing that, but before I've realized how to get that setup and stuff going, I don't think I thought about it at all.
yeah, well, you should. That's why we're telling you now.
like
But I
we
already
literally
tried.
shot a short film yesterday. I used my cell phone.
Well, no,
You
he's
don't-
seen that. That's all I do have.
Yeah, that's right. I use my cell phone for it.
No, that's all I do
She can
have.
do it, and she's done it before. She
That's
just
what I'm
has
saying.
to-
I just now have to be consistent with
it's
it.
the mindset. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything
I-
comes back to
it's
the mindset.
it's-
Yeah.
No, it's coming back to being consistent with it because, like I said, I'll be so zoned out.
And that happens with the mind. That's the mind.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
recently, I told I just posted.
just take away from like because right now it just seems as though you're just sidetracking. You just
No, it's one. No, if I'm painting and I have like say headphones on or music and I'm in the, I'm not thinking, hey, stop, record this. This is great content. My brain was like, hey, I don't think I like how that look. Let me just paint over this real quick. I'm not
Yeah.
thinking.
Even if it's something like you mess up on, it's still good content.
It might be, but I don't be thinking, hey, stop, record
Which
this.
is why I'm telling you that right now, though. Cause that's how I look at a lot of things now. Like, damn, would
Like, this is the
would this be
only-
good content? You
This
know
is the
what I'm
only
saying?
picture I have of what I did. I have no pictures of the setup, the start. I think the second one I did, I remembered to, hey, stop, take a photo. This is the
Okay.
before. I don't be thinking to, hey, take this image, put it on your laptop, so that way I can still, go off of what I'm working on and have the phone to record me the entire time.
Right.
But I be so, if I'm into it, my phone is all I'm using. I'm in the zone. It's already playing my music. I'm just into it. I don't be thinking to say record this. I don't be thinking to say take a picture of this until like I'm done.
okay. Just try listening to music. Get like some wireless headphones, and turn the Bluetooth on. Use your tablet, then use your phone to record it.
Yeah, because you won't be able to listen if you use your phone. Well, you won't be able to record if you use your phone.
So that wireless headphones.
That's what I think. That's what I did recently. That's why you're now seeing the videos of work. That's why you're now being able to, for me to see it on TikTok. That's what what y'all was saying. I've started to do, but it's just not consistent because I don't be thinking about it.
But if we talk about the same video, that's like literally a month old.
I haven't been home, and I told you when I went on vacation,
You don't need to be home.
art wasn't
Well,
like
vacation.
the first
We'll
thing.
let you slide with the vacation thing.
Yeah, no, I was
would do
so
work on
drained.
vacation, but that's just me. I'm a different kind of animal right now.
No,
But-
ta-
If I'm on
go on,
vacation,
no.
I'm still creating shit.
I
Yeah.
can see if I can pull this back to topic, but going back to the quality stuff, I thought I wasn't like I was miserable for real. Like my brain was just fried.
okay.
So it's like I may have brought some art stuff. I keep saying I'm gonna try to work on it. I do not be thinking about it.
Well, you need
So
to-
again, I can agree with y'all on saying going back to it. I just really do have to change my mindset and stuff. But it would be nice if I can make my mind up on something to do that.
Don't worry, man. Tangy, we'll get it together.
This.
I thought he was about to credit you for 2 seconds. I really did.
I knew where he was going.
I'm gonna credit you. Y'all's conversation to me is I now need to make sure when I'm back in counseling, I'm working on stuff, and I'm in the moment of creating. Stop. Remember to record work because that's probably why I don't be making as many videos. We'll be having great conversations. I don't think so. Oh my God, I gotta record this.
You definitely thought to record when you was doing the vlogs with the last time where you were talking about the brownies. Like definitely thought to
I
record
was playing
then.
around with the camera.
But you recorded though a lot too.
That's
Oh,
actually
good.
one of his.
I actually didn't know the camera was
watched
on.
videos as far as vlogs are concerned.
I didn't know if the camera was on or not. Up until you showed me how to work the buttons. My bad.
You just-
However,
yeah, you just
it was
did
great content though. Speaking of, where my brownies at? I told him to tell you I would expect brownies for that.
Yeah, I did tell him.
I
But
mean,
you-
I haven't made brownies since then.
I'm about to say, you
I
know,
don't
that's
believe
not
you.
it's not like a mystical item from like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a once a year type of thing right
Nah.
there.
I mean, the last time I made brownies was that time where.
Well, he
y'all
told
got
you,
'em.
and
And then the thing is,
did he know I was coming?
I'm not breaking. I'm
Yeah.
not making no brownies specifically for one person.
Horrible. Wait, you did make brownies specifically
No,
for
I
one
did not. I
person?
Yeah,
made
damn
brownies
sure
for
did.
my. I made
Definitely
brownies-
did.
I
We
made
couldn't
brownies
eat
for
any.
my mom.
But that's a special kind of somebody, I guess.
But you
know,
brought
so-
That's
them
my-
for one person.
I made brownies for my mom. She just happened to
well,
get
and,
some.
and Tatiana.
No,
His mom and Tatiana.
no.
That's why it was
There was
some
only
left
one
over.
person
Yeah.
that I made
Oh, it was
brownies
some
for,
left
and she happened to
over.
get some that day.
Did
And
she
you
ask
got
for
some
them?
The day after.
Did she ask for them?
What?
Did she ask for them?
Yeah.
When?
Oh yeah, she had a special request. No nuts and all that. Yeah.
And just so happened, no, it was no
So-
caramel. Just so happened,
So that means
I didn't
that you
have enough caramel
She
for like.
specifically.
That's how his mom got them. Because he
Right.
really made
No,
them
the mom
for
had
her.
caramel. She had caramel. Yeah.
No, I made them for my mom because my mom
We got you.
loves those brownies.
Hey man, not a caramel. Watch.
I did. I did. For the entire, like, I had enough caramel to go all the way around the
magically
brownie
ran out.
beside.
You know what? You know what? Since I can't
Because
get,
my mom
we're gonna
bought
drop this because I can't get none. I don't want to talk about
Nah,
it.
because my
It's gonna
mom
make me
bought this
want
little,
some.
the
It's okay.
caramels, the little cube gems that come in the little bag. She bought those. And I had just enough to cover the rest because I used majority of them for the last batch of brownies that I'd made. So I had just enough to cover a portion of there's, I think about 3/4.
So I'm not getting brownies because it's something he doesn't just make for one person. I got it. It's okay.
I made brownies for my mom, and she happened to get
And Tatiana, you just not neither one of them. That's all.
nigga. That
It's
wasn't the
okay.
case. Wasn't the case at all.
I think it's okay. It's
It's
good.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Damn.
And,
You know
and
what
as a
Are we
woman, I
really
mean
gonna-
it.
Are we going to jump back to this shit?
No,
this-
I'm
this-
done.
this-
I
this-
said we gonna move off of it.
I'm done too. I'm done too.
We can go, look. Matter of fact, quality of versus music. There you go.
Nah,
That's how I'm
Y'all-
over it.
already
I'll say this. The
we-
quality of the brownies was good. I'll say that.
Yeah. and
The
you got-
quantity, you could work on it.
Yeah.
Bruh, he got 2 brownies the next day.
the next day though.
Mark got 2 when he came back to my house.
I didn't get none. I wasn't here, so I'm okay with this. So, like I said, quality and quantity of music.
See,
The artists out here today, how do you feel?
Trash.
I
Oh no, no.
I can't.
It's some of them are cool. It's a couple of cool people.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah, it's a couple of cool
Cause
people.
I can't name them. That's how bad I can't. I can't compare. I
It
can't
depends
name
on
them.
who the person is. Cause I prefer to listen to more underground artists than I do listen to like the top tiers.
So mainstream people.
Mainstream is only like a couple of people that's like really worthwhile for me listening to, like Kendrick, Cole. I listen to shit. Who else? Damn,
I can't name nobody.
It's hard for me to name other niggas for real.
Mainstream wise, one of them babies is alright. One of them, he not like I wouldn't.
Lil
I don't
Baby.
search for it on my phone, but he alright if he come on. I may or may not skip
Baby
it.
can rap.
The Baby.
Nah, it's Lil Baby.
Oh,
Which one?
The Baby is trash. Lil Baby can rap.
That's the one with the hair, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good when
If it-
when he doesn't want to portray that Atlanta, I mean that South stigma. He's actually good.
I like 21 Savage now from what he's been talking about recently.
Yeah.
Because, you know, his older shit, I couldn't get behind. Like, I can listen to that.
I really don't know who these
Like
people
Lil Baby,
are.
like Lil Baby on J. Cole's album is a different Lil Baby from like Lil Baby dropping the album. Like that was a different Little Baby. That's how it really is shocking to be like, yo, these niggas can rap
That's facts.
if that's what the purpose was.
But if we was going for, like, underground artists and shit, I can name you so many.
Yeah.
I will appreciate it
they
because
got-
the only people I know are these people whose names I don't know.
Yeah, they got quality and quantity. There's a bunch of them. Like, and the quantity is just so much quality coming from them. So much.
I can appreciate it because I think coming from listening to a lot of the people talk about the female stuff that's been out, I think I said it watching the BET Awards. I kind of like when they did Queen Latifah's tribute. I never knew I missed it till I heard it like
Did she
deeply
Did she perform?
compared. I wish she would have. But I think
was it one of them
was
tributes where the artists perform her songs? Or
yeah, like they had some old school people. I wanted to say
Okay,
I got distracted by Lil' Kim, but I mean the rest of the people who did her tribute was
Let's
nice.
not talk about.
did they have Salt and Pepper or somebody?
MC Light.
Because
Because she hosted. Because she hosted it, so it was
like
like
MC
if they
Light.
had, if they only had her host and not let her do that tribute, she presented her award and everything.
She's fire. MC Light is fire.
Yeah, I love MC Light.
But I mean, when you watching people who've done it before, the girls that are out now, it's like I kind of miss. And not saying that the what they're rapping about is too much different. It's just the way they went about it.
I mean,
The balance
It's
of
more
power
than-
is just different.
yeah, I get that. And then it's also the fact that they push a lot of that out there because that's what we want. Well, technically, that's what we want. It's like
They influence us to want.
yes,
Yeah.
that let's say that because there are a lot of good artists that are not being pushed
At all.
Because-
And I want to say I wish it would be honestly if those what are they like blog channels or whatever like the ones that be giving you all the gossip stuff. I have one that I listen to and she shouts out artists who I would never have heard about if I hadn't watched her channel. And I'm like, oh, never heard of these people. And they don't rap about shaking booty, conning people. And then when I hear the good content, the rest like I go to listen to the rest. Oh, no wonder they're not mainstream.
yeah, you look at somebody like Meg Thee Stallion, then you'll look at somebody.
Shout out, Meg.
Then you look at somebody like Rhapsody, who I've been listening to since like 2014, and she has a whole album for women empowerment, and none of it is negative.
Believe it or
I
not,
feel
I
like
love her album.
I feel
I
like
told you this.
I
before.
love-
Like,
I
I
listened
love
to-
her album.
I actually listened to the whole thing like at least
I
three
feel
or
like
four
Rhapsody
times.
is still gonna have her time though.
She should.
I feel like it's not
Because of the person I was just telling you about, the channel that I listen to, she'll highlight other artists, which I didn't. So the young lady who performed with Jasmine Sullivan on the BET Awards, I had no idea who she was until like
a Dreamville. I read about that. That was Arlie Lennox.
I didn't know who that was until I think I heard
speaking
about
of-
her, but I never heard her
Speaking
music.
of, you know what she did last night?
No, what you do?
Claim DC.
Okay.
Why y'all
I
make
read about that.
face?
Cause she's supposed to be from Maryland. She's supposed to be one of us.
I mean,
Trader.
I mean, yeah,
It broke my heart.
You know how it be, bro.
I said, damn, I slid the ring off if I had one on.
But no, in the sense of like, it's not okay. I'm not saying nothing wrong with none of these women.
She's sexy.
No, and not even that.
Yeah,
I just
I
would have
remember, yeah.
loved
I
to have.
I ain't see
seen-
what she had on, but I read the article this morning.
No, it's just more or less. I would have just loved to see more of that type of performing in quality of singing versus what I saw.
Oh no! When it comes to this,
And I'm saying that because a lot of these rappers that do come out like Megan, they have songs where they don't have to do any of that shit. They don't perform them.
When it comes to the singing, you get the quality of it. You can
No,
you
just
gonna get,
rapping.
You gonna get that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the rappers, but the female rappers has always been like that for the most part
That's
since MC Light and Queen Latifah and
But
them
they used to
left the
rap. They
mainstream.
would say, "Hey, we'll rap. We're not about to do all this choreo. That's not what we do." I would love to see rappers rap from females. I want to see them rap. I don't care if they twerking, dancing. I would want to see them rap.
That's you. They're also
No, I mean in the sense of men don't have to do all of that.
No, they're not. They're not trying to appeal to you. They're appealing to the people that's at the show because those are the people that's paying to see them. So people
know
at
what
the show,
they know what they're there for.
right?
Well,
right,
in the sense of that's,
right.
in the sense
You're
of that's
gonna-
not what I'm saying to that extent. To that extent, I'm just saying it would just be nice to see more of their skills put out versus their dancing skills.
No, that's why they do the extra stuff though.
But y'all don't, as male rappers, they don't have to do any of that.
Well,
Because that's not a.
And that's where I'm going
No,
with it
no,
because
a
when
female-
MC and them came out, fully clothed, and it was about what they were rapping about, not necessarily.
is,
And that shit wasn't selling either.
It was but that's the thing. They're singing hits though. They're singing songs
No, they
that
had-
in that
no,
time
they
came
have-
out then.
they
So
have
I
hit-
understand that in my time now, twerking and all of that stuff is what's popular. It's just
Right.
like y'all have songs where y'all don't have to do any of this, and I can focus on your actual rapping.
Because they're not selling on sexuality. Like that's so easy. That's like that's the easiest topic today. Like they're not
Sheesh.
being sexual while they rap. Females have to because industries understand like that's going to help record sales. her being half naked versus her being fully clothed. Like,
Cause that's what, and all honest, I was like, oh, I like really like her. But when it comes to people who talk about people that are out there, she'd be like dead last. I'm like, but damn, she's so good though. She's not always half naked. She's not out there on the pole on a song.
because it's like that. That's
Like
the
this
extra.
chick came down on the BET stage playing drums out the sky.
But
The sky.
when people see females, because we over sexualize females, so they're meat at this point.
Yeah, besides, like, there's certain ones that aren't. Like, I prefer to listen to women.
I'm talking
like,
about the mainstream,
no,
top of the mainstream.
Well, her isn't like the artist. She doesn't have to do all.
The rappers.
I mean, not even just the rappers. And
Yeah.
shit, I
But
understand
like
that.
you,
No,
it's
no,
some
because
it's
I
some
said- I said a few
non-mainstream
minutes
rappers who
ago-
don't do any of
I
that.
said a few minutes ago, the singers, that's different because you're singing.
Yeah.
That's enough talent to cover everything. Like, if I'm dancing and singing, which is why I say Beyonce deserves more credit. When you dance, you're taking away from your ability to fully sing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why a lot of singers don't dance. I get that. Rappers, these niggas, first of all, the rappers nowadays, they barely be rapping at the shows.
Yeah, they got like
The background niggas be helping out
Yeah.
super
The track
tremendously.
be louder than them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
remember back in the day, like Pac and them would be rapping, and then the nigga would come in on the last word.
yeah.
Now it's like the niggas rapping like half the bar,
Your DJ be
his
helping
man
you
rapping
in
the,
the whole.
other half.
The
and
DJ
he-
in the back flipping it all together.
Yeah, and it's like niggas ain't.
Believe it or not, no offense to the baby or whatever his name is, his track was louder than him. Half those women who were rapping and dancing, I do think yes they deserve more credit because they're doing both. But damn, that man came out to the whole track being louder than him. The whole track being louder than him. I barely heard him, and then the person I think y'all said the baby came out. It was a moment in his rap because he is rapping
Well,
live.
Lil
You
Baby's-
could barely understand what he was saying.
Lil Baby, his track's probably louder than him because he's not allowed to talk to begin with. So he's like a low. I don't,
And
think,
they just
I don't know if he
was
can. He's
hype.
like
I was
me.
why
I don't think
women
he
can't come out and be hype.
because that's not what they're selling. They're selling sexuality.
Mm-hmm. And you know,
I miss the old days.
and they gonna eat it up.
I miss
yeah.
the old days.
You gotta think. Foxy Brown and Lil Kim and
They didn't even have. I think they came out in the best time because they didn't even have to do all this.
They didn't. I mean, and a lot of
They
times,
did.
Foxy Brown wasn't even like she wasn't like super sexual though. Like
She wasn't about to be
had
out
a-
there with the
mo-
whole
her
choreo and her
biggest,
team.
Her biggest moments, she was like over sexualizing.
I know.
No,
in
not-
her
okay, I'm not
words,
saying
but
that they're
not her clothing though. That was
not even
different.
in clothing, but not even the
Music
amount of stuff that
videos,
they
I
had to
think
do.
What?
Like I feel like when they performed, they were performing their songs. Now, if they had came out now, you got to give us performance. You better work them choreographies. Give us a show. I'm like, damn, not everybody's
Yeah, it has to-
Beyonce.
it has
You don't
to-
got it. Don't got to be like that for everybody.
In a sense, it doesn't, but it's artists like Beyonce that raised the bar for everybody.
That damn Beyonce.
Like
raising the
I'm
bar
not even
that
saying
nobody
I'm not even
asked
saying
her
I'm not even
to
saying it's
raise.
just her, but you gotta think. Let's say you got a job, you getting your hard-earned money, and Mike rapping and I rap, and he throw a concert and I'm throwing a concert. You go to Mike concert first. You're like, damn, this nigga super lyrical. God damn, you know what I'm saying? And then you come to my concert, and you be like, oh man, this nigga ain't nowhere near lyrical as Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like something missing. Then it's like, once word get around town, Mike have his next concert. Now his shit through the roof. His niggas in the stands. This niggas outside trying to get in. And now my shit jot like down a little bit. And the label gonna look at like, oh, what you doing that such and such ain't doing.
But technically, in this day and age, people who aren't as lyrical, if you got a real good beat, don't even matter.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah,
Your
but-
your
but-
dances is
but-
impeccable. We not even really paying for you. We paying for
Right,
the
which is why they're
experience.
doing it. Because now you can add in the silly variables like, damn, he got a good.
Cause y'all gonna see it. The
Yeah.
baby literally had a giant baby on the stage dancing in costume, and it reminded me of that whole Soulja Boy doing that.
Yes, I didn't know.
And I said, "Oh wow."
I seen little clips and I read little articles, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
But I read about Ari Lennox being from DC though, and that kind of. Come on, Slim. You live in Maryland, Slim. Stop playing.
Like she was just at the Forestville Mall getting the snickerdoodles and shit.
Now you from DC. That's crazy, Slim.
Sorry.
Man, I hope I don't get no notoriety. I got some choice words for her.
You was just
Might
in
pick
a-
where you from.
Hey, bruh. And
Wait,
that-
I can't say that. I can't talk. Because when people ask me where I was from, I play Georgia.
Well, technically, niggas don't even expect you to say anything less than something weird anyway.
Right.
So we don't
It's
have like
probably
high
true.
expectations.
No, actually, everybody that knows me like, nah, you from Maryland. They'll just tell me I'm from
That's
Maryland.
because they know you. Like anybody else, they would just look at you
Yeah,
like,
they're not
okay, you're
gonna-
gonna say something weird.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah.
I can say I lived in D.C. for like 12 years. They're like, nah, you
But
from
the-
Maryland.
But the quality of music is like severely down.
Yeah,
Well, even though it's opinion based, but still.
yeah. Cause I love listening to a whole bunch of underground artists, especially like even underground R&B. Like I listen to Snow Allegra.
Right.
Like, I just started listening to her. Like I love her music. I listen to Sir, like from TDE, bruh. That man can put together some music. I tell you, like I can listen to this whole album like 6 times in like 7 hours and still be good. I be like, all right, I got a good like maybe 4 or 5 hours left. Let me listen to another 4 or 5 times. Like I'm cool with that. Like when I was writing, doing the whole Skyscraper Week thing, that was the only thing I was listening to.
Right.
So it's tons of people like underground artists, like not even just underground, it's just underappreciated artists.
Facts.
People,
And it's because they're not doing what y'all said they're supposed to be doing. Get with
Yeah.
the machine.
yeah, it's like things like Big Crit. I listen to things like Royce,
Yeah.
Crooked Eye, Joel Ortiz. Technically, just the whole Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
And then you got people. I listen to
Well,
King.
you didn't say Joe Button, so
Well,
does he count or?
Yeah, he counts. He's
Okay,
like,
I'm just throwing it out there. You know, some
he's a
people
part
don't,
of Slaughterhouse, bro.
some
Like,
people don't
come
think
on.
he's lyrical, so
Yeah, he's actually upper echelon type lyrical too. So,
yeah, I feel like he's decent. Yeah.
I listen to a whole bunch of people. Like first and foremost, I guess people like King ISO. I listen to like I said, I've been a Big Crit fan for a long ass time, so he gets special honors regardless, and like he doesn't get a lot of the respect he deserves because it's people who credited him as being like the Nas of the South, but niggas just like, well,
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but
I would.
He's good. Though.
I personally would.
He's good though.
I have listened to his catalog, and this man, like,
I don't
Yes.
think I don't think there could be a such thing as a Nas of a different region. He's one of one.
difference
But
of
I
opinion.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one because if he was the Nas of the South, his career would have been way different.
Not in this era.
Yeah, I think so. Because Nas is still good in this era. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he's still nice. He's nice
Yeah.
lyrically.
Yeah,
but
Nas is still good in this
as far as
era.
record, as far as record sales,
He
not
did pretty good. Like that. That's what I'm
Then,
saying. Like that's a big. I get what you're saying, but that's a big. Yeah.
as far as lyricism and shit, like Big Crit, one like he's just fire. And a lot of people like kind of throw Lupe under the bus, but I mean, it's to me still top tier lyricist.
Yeah, he's decent. I kind of feel like I don't know.
We've established if they not rapping about booty, sex, drugs, and trapping, it's not about to be anywhere near where they get promoted the most,
Well, of
where
course,
they get heard the most.
Well, that also comes down to like what kind of deal you sign, but that's a conversation for another day.
definitely
True.
a conversation.
But I'm putting that back to what y'all said, like the content that I would like to see that should get shown, as long as if it's not throwing hands and women throwing drinks on each other, it's not gonna get shown. It's not dudes out here being horrible
Well,
baby fathers. It's not gonna get shown.
As long as people keep reacting to it and supporting it, they're gonna keep showing it.
That's
So
fine.
it's up to people, by the way.
Well, no, okay, I can understand. Did you see the Mike Epps show on Netflix?
No. Can't tell you the last
Basically, you know
time I
how I was talking about my rant about typical black people things. You watched it before.
seen some- Yeah.
You ain't missing.
I
nothing.
watched your rant, but yeah, Mike, no, I can't.
And
tell you the last time
I'm
I
very.
seen
Let
some
me be
Mike-
clear.
some
I'm
Mike
very
Epps shit.
disappointed at him and Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
They could have done better.
Well, Mike Epps funny as shit, low key.
He is funny, but I can't tell you the last time I seen some Mike Epps shit.
Yeah,
Some
like,
recent Mike Epps shit.
like,
I'm promoting
Meet
at the
the
same
Blacks and
time.
shit, that-
I'm letting you know
they just came
now.
out with a new jump.
I think I did see it. I ain't seen
I
it.
ain't watched the jump yet, but I saw like the first Meet the Blacks was funny as shit, bro. That one was hilarious.
Yeah,
But no, like I said, I'm disappointed in both of them. They could have done better.
it's cool.
It's not a bad show. it's a good show. It's just I think they could have done way much more with their character choices, and they could have done more with the direction that they went with the show.
Well, that I don't know. That comes down to budget and all that stuff.
No, and not even in budget sense. I mean, what they were given, I just think that story wise, they could have done something so much better than what they chose to go with.
Couldn't afford a good story writing. Well,
Yeah, that's also true. Like,
we said it was on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Man, see, that's a Netflix budget.
No,
And
in the
if you ain't
sense
no-
of
and if you ain't no superhero, you already know Netflix ain't about to pour no bag into you, or
no,
Dave Chappelle.
it's to be particular.
Yeah.
I basically told Tange, I was like, because I told her about it, and I was just like, I'm disappointed because it was just super stereotypical, and it was something that's already been done before.
I mean, you should be used to that. That's not.
I thought you know when you get your expectations, like, oh, this about to be dope, and then you watch it, and you just like, okay, it's gonna get better.
Nah.
All right, they're not really going with this narrative. It just gets real predictable.
And this is why they keep doing it, because you're falling for it. So
Yeah, because just because it's a
Because I
black
thought it was
person
going
on
to
it,
get
Right.
better.
No.
It just never got better.
You literally said like probably 20 times during this podcast about the same scenario, but you keep falling for it. So
yeah,
as long as you're gonna keep watching it,
I thought it was going to get better.
yeah.
that's what you're not understanding.
That was the
Like,
one
a
shot.
lot of
I was
people
gonna
want-
get better.
Like, a lot of people complain about music. A lot of people complain about movies. We want it to get better, but we're gonna keep going back and keep complaining because that's what you're gonna do.
Right.
I mean, y'all right, because people loved it. It was trending. It was only I ended up watching it. I was like, nah, I guess I'll give it a shot.
And then it just falls off. But that's the industry in general. We touched enough on that. So
Fact.
we got to get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So definitely appreciate you for being a guest.
And
I appreciate the
you.
lessons.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I
Hopefully
mean,
you apply. I need to apply too.
yeah, that. Yeah,
It's
I-
a never
got
ending,
y'all.
it's a never ending process. So yeah.
bro, this ain't like no job and shit. Like, you can't just think that you're gonna apply and the next day, nah, you gotta apply for this motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. So this has been another Breaking the Narrative podcast.
BTN for short.
Yeah, I'm Teddy,
I'm Tony.
Mary.
and we out.